Here it is. What's going on, world? Man, you know what it is, bro. We on 194. 193 was a little special because I was at the Pratt Park. Check out that 193. It was a workout stream combined with the Truancy I was joint. So I was happy to go outside and dribble around for 20 minutes. I was trying to get my little mid range in. I got my mid range in. I sat there, shot the ball. Shot the ball. It got stuck in the rim. I had to take a homeless person's base. So a homeless person had like a giant tree branch or something on the side of them sleeping. So I had to grab that shit, pause, took it, and had to poke the ball out, pause. So, it was kind of crazy. So I was like, yeah, it's time to split because I'm over here moving shit around like it's furniture, people's belongings and shit. But I had to do what I had to do. So I worked out for a good 20 something minutes. And then, like, because it was 20 minutes, I was like, I'm not even at an hour yet. For the next half an hour to 40 minutes, just ended up walking through the neighborhood, walked down to my, one of my food spots. Yeah, man. And from there, yeah, we got it in. The Moulin Rouge, all that. Yeah, we back at it. Shout out my guy, your boy, who was tuning in to my unintentional 4 hour, Silk Song live stream. I sat there at the library for 4. I didn't realize I was sitting there for 4 hours. I probably was sitting there for about 5 because the first like half an hour, I'm just, half an hour to an hour. About half an hour to 45. I'm sitting there uploading Final Fantasy Tactics clips, but you know what it is, man. It's the first of the month. Fuck the logistics, man. That's on me. That's on my side, the logistical side. You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about that. But I did that. Took care of the business. Did all the logistics, did all the logistical things. I sat there for 4 hours. I chopped it up with the families coming by talking. Not really, but lady came by with the kid. I'm just asking about Pokemon cards and shit. Tell them to go back on Sunday. So hopefully they go to see every all my people gonna congregate on a Sunday, which is gonna be kind of cool. I'm kind of happy about that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. All I'm trying to say is this, man. You know, I spent some money this morning. I shouldn't spend no more, but I don't know. I might just be walking home at this point. We'll see what happens for the 194, man. We'll see what happens on the 194, man. There's so many live streams I got. YouTube is just processing one after another, one at a time with each live stream. Every time I do multiples, but I'm trying to get to my 200. That's the whole point. When I get to my 200th episode, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna just say peace. I'm gonna say I appreciate y'all and peace, and leave it at that, like I always do. You know what I mean? So always do it like that. I'm always say peace, much appreciation, because some people just drop in. Some people just be saying what's up. Some people just say whatever. But for me, I don't know. I'm gonna just stay focused on this. Try to create as much as I can. Tap in with the live streams as much as possible. Say what's up. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. The Cubs is playing today. The Cubs is playing today, so I rock the Cubs joint for the Cubs. I mean, I'm not really. I'm okay if the Padres win. The Padres win, they could run it back. But if the Cubs winning, that's a good change of pace. So I'm okay if the Cubs win. So I'm happy either way. Cleveland, Detroit, I'm happy either way. But Seattle's gonna get the World Series today, so don't even. I mean, this year, you know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. Yeah. This is the year of 2025. Seattle Mariners is feeling like it, look like it, and I know it. Seattle Mariners getting that World Series. I already know. That's where we at with it, man. I'm entertaining, man. I might walk over and grab the teriyaki. Think about it. For the Wednesday. Like I said, tonight, if not tomorrow morning, the payday is gonna hit. So when that payday hit, also it's just kind of warm right now. So they got this little this bowl of soup that they have. Sometimes I don't really need it, but sometimes it's really good. So I like going there to eat. It's one thing, like if you order a meal, right? This is damn near every food establishment. If you order a meal, the meal, it comes with all the whatever. But when you start getting a soda and like extra drinks and stuff, when you start getting all the extra things, man, bruh, it's like that's when it starts adding $2 to $3. So for every $2 to $3 that you add for just adding a soda or extra drink, some restaurants will do like $4. The thing about it is, like, once you start adding extra stuff, the moment they ask you, like, do you want to do a tip, it's like 15, 20, 25. These are higher fractions. You know what I'm saying? So like 15%. Let's say the meal is $15. you start adding drinks. You start getting closer to $18 and $19. 15% of 19 is higher than 15% of 15. I can't even do the math for you right now, but I'm just letting you know. Like it's simple. It's really simple, man. It's real simple. So I started asking myself, do I need the extra soda? But I've been realizing lately, man, I've been overdoing it on just salt and sugar just in general. You know what I mean? So I'll be having like certain noodles at the house. I'm like, I don't even crack an egg in it like I used to. And then just sugar in general. Every time I go out to eat, like I'm just always grabbing an extra soda. I don't really need it, but I just grab a soda. I don't know why. But that stuff in the long run it's not good for you, especially if you're working out and like you're not trying to have extra unnecessary body weight. But here's the thing, it is winter time, so it's like, what I'm saying? That's the thing about the winter time. Bunch of gibberish. What's going on? Bulldogs are the best. I remember you. I don't know these other. What's going on with the other folks, man? What's going on with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all dropping in either way. Appreciate everybody that dropped in. Thank you for that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's love and appreciation. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me know where y'all from, if you don't mind. Bulldogs are the best. What's going on with you, man? I remember you. I had to double check the chat because a lot of people come in and out just to see what's up. Some people be trolling here and there. Some people be trolling. It's really interesting. But I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna see if I can grab a little, like a little bowl or just something small to eat. Like I said, I won't add. I know they got cups of water on the side and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go get that bowl because the thing about it is, like I said, it was warm a while ago. So I'm sitting in the library, man. God bless America. Yeah, buddy. God bless the planet, man. The planet needs a lot of blessings right now in general. You know what I'm saying? I will say in America, a lot of us are blessed. Let's be honest. Let's tell the truth about it. Let's tell the truth about it. A lot of us in America are really blessed right now to the point where it's like we got to take advantage of our blessings and work hard. Like we be working hard, but some days I wake up, I'm like, man, I ain't working hard enough. I gotta hustle harder. I gotta play more Silk Song. I gotta interact with the chat way more. I gotta address the trolls way more. I gotta, you just gotta handle shit way more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta save money way more. You always gotta do more. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing is like when you're given a blessing, you gotta take advantage of it. That's my thing. So America, to my understanding, compared to a lot of other countries, compared to a lot of places that whether I've visited or not, whether I've seen it or not, man, you know what I'm saying? We a lot more blessed than a lot of other places and people. Just tell the truth about it. And for that, I be using my blessings. I be taking advantage of it. I try to work hard, man. That's it. That's the way I look at it. My bad, I had to run across the street all wobbly and shit. I was gonna hit the taco truck, but I'm like, it's not even summer vibes like it used to be, you know. But I ain't had this teriyaki in a minute. We're gonna find out what's going on with this bowl of what I'm saying? They got the extra bowl or whatever. Either they got the small bowls for like the meals. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna just get the. I'm gonna show you though. They got this little soup on the side. It keeps you warm. Keeps you warm. A lot of the construction people they come over here, grab a thing of teriyaki, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they just be chilling out, just eating their food. That's what I'm gonna do right now. That's where I'll be on right now. So I'm gonna show you my spot. Ain't nobody even here. So we get it, man. It smells hella good already. Just let me know if it get better. Uh-huh. My bad, my bad. Yeah, bro, we filling the bowl. We got the two bowls, man. Let me know what's good. What's good, man? Mhm. We grubbing today, man. We rubbing and grateful, man. Rubbing and grateful. You gotta eat like a Super Saiyan. Call it a day. Get them fives in. There we go. For my onion. Oh, we're going to shout out the spot in the title later. But it's crazy. I'm all warmed up now. Mm-hmm. That's all it took, man. All it took, man. That's all I need. It's okay to get more. Okay. Thank you. Oh, there we go. There it is. I had to get more. And warm. That 4 or 5. My bad. I gotta do the fives. Hot, man. Doing hot, ain't it? It's just hot. It is, man. Very good. Who's in the spot, man? Who's in the spot? Thought that was a rain for a sec. There it is, man. All right, man. It's good stuff right there. I'm actually happy I did the bowl because I feel like if I had did more, I would have been too full going back. Because I have to do the. Actually, you know what's crazy? The game doesn't. It's even though I bought it, you can't download anything until I gotta do the math. I think it's like 3 or 1. It's either 3 p.m. or 1 p.m. Pacific, which kind of sucks for me because I don't know how much time I'll have. You know, like I wish I had more going on for myself in that regard. Might I'll do this in a second. Like I said, man, I took my own advice. I was like, I'm gonna do no soda. We gotta stick to the water this month, at least this month, because I've been drinking too much soda, man. At work though, they be giving us free lemonade and sweet tea, and then they ran out of lemonade. We had a whole thing of sweet tea. That was crazy. Too much cake though. Too much sugar, damn near, man. There it is, man. I said I needed that because as soon as it started getting cold, my hands and my body got too cold. I was like, I can't do this right now. Forgive me, I needed that though. Let me be right back. Rody, you still hanging out? What's going on with you? We'll do yeah, buddy, man. Let me get down the water. Then I'll do the double. Whoever hanging out, shout out to you, bro. Yeah, that's another thing too was the fact that everybody was sick. Like I don't know about this week, but last week, and they got over something. Hold on. Everybody got over something. It felt like, and then I don't know, seasonal allergies, or whatever. It's a bit of that, but then it's also like the cold kind of settling in. You know, cold finally settling in and all that stuff. It's getting to everyone. I'm not sure who I was around or like. I think I was just around a lot of people just in general. So I might have caught something like a little bit. It wasn't too bad though. It was like, actually, I don't know. It felt like it was just a day and a half. On whether it was the last stream with Mars or whether it was another day, I could barely talk on the phone. I could barely talk to people, and I was like, oh, something's a little off. I couldn't really explain it. You know, I'm gonna. At least now I can just get it back outside. Give me a second. Moving fast today because it's like it's almost already 7 right now, and there's still a little bit of light, but not much. You know, it's like light blue, ain't dark blue yet. Oh, yeah. Cool. Thank you. Have a good one. Oh. I think she said it was okay for closing it. But you see out here, man, it ain't even. It's not even super dark yet. Damn. You got done playing Silk song. Got these rosaries, beads and rosaries from the Silk song. That's fucked up. But it's like that. It's fucked up, but it's like that. It's crazy, ain't it? We killing time. Killing time, so we're gonna sit there and do the long way. You know what I mean? Get the long way. Get it over there. You know? That's one thing, man. When I walk through the neighborhood, sometimes all the soldiers be gone, man. It's like, damn, they gone. You know? The energy is one thing. You know, the necessary feeling to, go ahead and press everybody or just, you know, dealing with everyone's stuff, man. Bladen, you gotta remind me who you are. I don't even remember who you are, bro. That's the other thing. You gotta remind me who you are. You gotta remember. You gotta remind me which live chat I seen you in. Which one I talked to you in. That's another thing, man. People drop in. You were gonna drop in. You might as well hit the like button. Shit, you gonna drop in, hit the like button. Everybody, if you drop in, hit the like button. That's what it is. You know. The live streams always be stirring up more traction, though. I'll say that much. Every time I do the live stream, get a couple more views here and there. People just want to drop in and see what's going on. They see a dude eating some teriyaki and soup. They want to see what's going on. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is, man. I was saying, like on that same topic, I think when I was younger, man, I should really test certain areas and corners. Not in a bad way, but it was just like I would just walk through because I already knew I was never on no bullshit time, but I also wasn't scared. It was just like I live here, man. I'm mobbing through it. You understand? I live here. There's no love. There's no love lost, man. I'm just saying what's up to people. I'm just about me. About me, and I always felt that we all should be united. That's just how I always felt. But at the same time, because the old saying goes, everybody's stronger together than separated or whatever. But it's that same topic. It's that same idea, man. It's like I never understood that shit. But like I say, I went through unscathed for how long, and then up to like a certain point when I just wasn't on point no more. I wasn't even on top of my things. Me going to the gym and whatnot, or me doing whatever. I was just in a relationship. That's all it was. I was in a relationship, but I was doing a lot of writing. I was doing hella writing. I was doing hella at that time period at least. And that's when it all hit me. It hit me to a point where I was like literally, I'm saying it literally started getting hit. I said, no fools really swung on me. back then, and so that's the first time I really had to deal with that shit during that time period, I should say. So when that was going down, I started, I didn't realize it at the time. I kind of felt like, damn, you know, there's one thing, man. Like, let's say in the boxing world, my seventh grade years or whatever, I had a couple blemishes. As in, like, I was talking to my brother about this, where I was like, it didn't make sense to me. It never made sense to me that in my 5 amateur fights in seventh grade, I was 2-3, but in every single fight, the guy left with a bloody nose or his head was ringing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at the end of the fight, if I'm not bleeding, but all 5 of them dudes is bleeding, you know what I'm saying? How do I lose the other 3? So I always think about that shit, but it never really bothered me that I lost. It was just a lesson. My issue was in the hood. It's like when you take an L in the street, it's like, I'm not gonna say you let it go necessarily, but it sits with you because it's a different type of pressure. It's a different type of feeling. Because the thing about it is, like, I'd rather take these wins and losses in the ring, because when you do it outside in the street, this is before we really started losing people. This is before we really started losing people, because people was dying here and there. People got caught up in the fray here and there. You know what I mean? So it's really interesting. But it's like, I think about it, bro. I think about it was like, why did that happen that way? Why did that happen in that fashion? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, how did it happen in this regard? Like, anyway, shit happened. I got swung on. He was trying to take my shit. This is back then, and that's when it all started to, everybody was on point. Everybody was weary of each other. He got so bad as time started to go on. Like, the reason I'm bringing it up is because even to this day, I avoid them spots, even though it's chill. It was a young dude, teenager. He got killed at one of those intersections, the ones that I avoid. And I actually walked down there just to check it out, like, see what happened. Like, what the fuck happened? And when we all started finding out it was a kid that was fucked up, it was like, damn, it's a kid, bruh. It's a kid. That kind of messed me up. Or, but shout out to you, Roscoe. Shout out to you on that, man. Congrats, man. But yeah, it's interesting, man. I think about that, bro. I think about that some days. I still avoid spots and territories. You know what I mean? It could be a moments of peace. I might walk through, see what's going on. Everybody got a story. Everybody got a story. Some of the hardest people, some of the toughest people had a moment when it happened. I remember Fat Joe told that story about, he said when everything went dark, he said when he was a kid, he was like 11 or 12. And then, some people, they would always fuck with him. They would always be fucking with him. They'd be jumping him. But through it all, he had one good friend. So they walking back. One of the good friends is like getting pressed. Him and his good friend, they're walking together. They get pressed by this. I forget how the story goes. You got to find it. They get pressed by these dudes, and like, hey man, stop fucking with him. I said, listen, you got to make a decision. Either you with us or you with him. But just know every day, whatever, whoop whop. So then he turns on him. His own friend turns on him and starts whooping on him. He said that's when it all changed. He said that's when everything went dark, man. You stop trusting people, all that stuff. People go through that all the time, everywhere. Some of the toughest and strongest, they go through that shit early. They have a moment where they go through it as an adult, and they bounce back and become the people that you be seeing today. I got my own story. You can judge me however you see fit. But I know for sure it's just like ain't nobody really pressing the issue or pushing it this hard for this long. Monetary gain or not, man, just righteousness. It's straight up righteousness, and it ain't easy. I'm going to crash it how many times? Long time ago. How many times? And it's continuous. That's the thing, bro. It's continuous. So you can imagine. That's just one city, man. That's just one area. You know what I mean? How's it going? Hi. That's just one spot of the world. This is like one small section of the world. This one small section of the country, small section of the state, the county. the city, the neighborhood. It's just one little small thing. The influence of just being online and just not being correct can influence the minds of multiple people to act out and become something that they're not, and therefore create a trickle effect in the long run for generations to come. You understand? It don't matter if it's music, movies, whatever. A lot of things that don't get held accountable. Music, movies, novels, even just as far back as just colonialism itself. Stuff like that trickle down and just affect people in the long run for the longest. So it's just like I gotta continue to do right, however that look, man. You know, you see me doing right by myself, man. You see me outside just trying to do right by myself. That's what I'm saying. In them days, it's like you just avoid them spots. You're smart enough to avoid them. But there was a time period where I walked through all of them because I was taught a certain way. It was like, yeah, you don't look down, look away, or whatever from the bullshit or the crazy shit. If it's happening, you just go through it. You go through it, right or wrong. That's just what I was taught. So I went through it, and it's just that one time where people want to sit there and press. And I will say, it's always either on your own block, on your own street, or your own neighborhood. It's always one or the other. So I can count at least 2 times where I was sitting there like getting pressed, and I was like, man, the fact that this is happening in my own whatever, but it never went down like that somewhere else. I could sit here and tell you that the mother spot, the mother places are soft. I could sit there and bring that up all day. I can tell you all day, oh, that mother places, I never went through no pressure like that in the mother places. I've only dealt with that shit at home in my back streets, in my neighborhood. I could say that all day, talk about how all these places are soft, whatever. That ain't true. The thing about that is that ain't true. And even if it was, the bigger issue is this: the fact that it's happening in your own home and where you call them, bro. That's the bigger issue. Because ain't nothing like a neighbor or like someone else to do that to you, to put you through that. Someone within proximity, a visitor. You know what I mean? So I'm done with that shit, bro. When people start showing them cars, I let them be. Cause I see where y'all at, bro. You know? Business is business, man. If I'm at them businesses, they on bullshit, what you want me to do? Fuck up a business? I ain't doing that goofy shit. I ain't doing all that. You know? That's what I'm saying, man. That's where I'm at with this. So anyway, we at 194. That's the thing. We at the 194. Pushing until the 200. And you're gonna get all these pre-recorded joints. I got stuff in mind. I got things I might want to do. Like I don't know how professional I'm gonna try to be about it, but I'm gonna try to be professional. One is like pre-recorded is one thing, because at least that way I just get to be at the house. So if I'm at the house, that's fine, because I can stay warm during the dead of the winter, the heart of the winter. When I get a chance, bro, I'm gonna just post up somewhere. I might even have to use the access card. Get the access card, pop. You know what I'm saying? Do that thing, but I still want to live stream the workouts. So the way I did the workout earlier, I might do it like that more often. Because it's like I've been doing this for how long? Like just walking around the area, hitting the live stream, trying to get whatever I can from it. But the workouts, man, they put them numbers in. It's kind of crazy. I'm kind of leaning on that. I don't know, Fuzzy, you want to know what you missed, man? You might have missed this morning, bro. This morning, Fuzzy, I went to work out. It was raining, so I was like, let me go to the basketball court that got shelter. I went to the basketball court that had shelter. They had a homeless dude. He was surrounded by pizza boxes, and it smelled like fire. I think he had started a fire to keep himself warm. But when it started raining, he went underneath the shelter. But I'm over here hooping half court. I mean, I play half court anyway, but it's like I'm over here hooping half court because you got like 2 homeless houses inside of the basketball court. So go ahead and find my live stream, Pratt Park. I was over at the Pratt Park. Shout out to my guys, that was throwing the hands over there years ago. How many years? Hands always get thrown in that park, but that park over there, man. I played basketball this morning. I walked over about 20, 25 minutes, walked over there, played some basketball. underneath the shelter. The homeless people were sleeping, trying to stay warm and trying to stay not getting rained on and shit. And then you look right to the right. If you start looking to the west, you see all the tents up. They got the tent cities next to the gardens and shit, right by the construction for the new. You know what I'm saying? These apartment complexes. These were the This is the old project housing where Sir Mix-a-Lot used to live. He grew up over there in the Bryant Manor, but I'm over there. Sir Mix-a-Lot grew up in them apartments over there, man. So yeah, it's crazy. I was over there hooping. That's what you missed, bro. If you're wondering what you missed, that's what it is. But everything else I'm talking about, Teriyaki Mukbang, we just did that. And I walked around, talked about life a little bit. I still be avoiding blocks. I might take the long way. I might go around the long way just to avoid certain spots because think about my neighborhood, think about like why I leave the house, the reason why I leave my area, my section a lot. One, the biggest reason I have such bad Wi-Fi connection. I have such bad regular cellular data connection just in general in my spot in my area. A lot of it is like, okay, to the east, you got these planes going to Payne Field. You got that. If it ain't that, to the west, they made a whole new condo, 3 to 4 stories tall, just blocking the fucking signals and shit. North to south is a whole nother issue because, we deep in the cut on the block. And the thing about it is like this. It don't matter what direction I go east, man. They got the memorial for the mailman over there. You know what I'm saying? The dude who owned the business over there, they got his memorial. If I go to the north, man, they got the memorial at the old CC's Burgers right on the corner because the family that either lived on that street or like down the street, somebody had passed away. So motherfuckers always be dying. They be doing the little memorials over there all the time. That's just to the north. Shit, man. You go like east, but then southeast, you know what I'm saying? Just like a block or two, not too far off. Then you got the other memorials. They got one dude who died, and then now recently we had the 15, 16-year-old dude who died like last year, 2 years ago. So then like, what's next? You go, what we got over here? Shit, damn near every other memorial over here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm just kind of surrounded by this shit. Like everywhere I go, northwest, like it's just northwest right there. It goes like just straight up east. You know what I'm saying? Southeast, like it's just all surrounding me. Memorials, candles, and all that shit, man. It's a goddamn ley line. If anything, man, it's a ley line of sorts. If it ain't that, it's like I don't even want to. It's just really encircling my area. It's just where I'm around. It's just what I'm surrounded by. So I'm not a fan of it. So I got to get out of it. I get out the web of that stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of people not gonna understand that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that when you're dealing with that shit. Excuse me. You observing it in your 30s. That's one thing. But when you sit there, you're observing it in your 30s, but you're really scoping it out. Like he's like, oh, this is the whole life, man. My whole life has been like this. Every little spot I go to, I'm just memorializing. If it ain't a friend, I'm memorializing a family member. If I'm not, what I'm saying, I'm grieving. I'm thinking about it, memorializing and thinking and grieving about a family member, a past friend, or just like anybody. I could be on a certain intersection. I would just know, like, yeah, I remember how many people just died and got shot, or just in general got shot right here. You would just be knowing. But some people, sometimes they don't have the energy or the memories for it, so they just walk past it like it's nothing, and it feels weird. But that's how it feels to me. So I'm just over here observing people enjoying their lives in spaces where we normally would have just held our head down, might have took the hat off, or just sit there and just smoke the blunt, spark something, and just have some respect, whatever, pay some respects, whatever. But that's life, bro. That's how it be. That's what it is. That's gentrification is one thing. You know what I mean? Whether it's beneficial for others or not, but the other side of it is the mental effects it has on those just witnessing the shit, man. You see the shit going down, you witnessing that joint, you're like, okay, it's playing out like this. This is what's happening. This is the experiences they having compared to how I'm feeling in these certain spots. It's it's a mug. Some people might hold other people accountable for that shit. I don't personally. You know what I mean? People need a place. People need a home. People need a place to call home. People need a place to buy a home, whatever. I'm not mad at that. Shit, if I had my money up, I would want to do that too. I want to move out the goddamn city and state and go somewhere else. I might end up being a gentrifier if I go somewhere else. Let's just be honest about it. But since that's not the case, I'm just experiencing this shit. But like I said, for the past 30 years, you experiencing this shit. I don't know if that's necessarily good or bad. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you if it's good or bad, but it's just happening. But this is the experience, fuck. That's your thing too. You walking through, especially this time of year, man. You got bagworms. I got hella bagworms. I just be walking through. What time is it? 6:57. Yeah, I really could have chilled the damn I could have really chilled over there till like 8, but I was like, man, I already did like 4 hours on the Silk song. Let me let it chill. Let me get out the way. Let's get out the way for a second, man. Let's see, we got noties. Got no noties, man. That's what it is, man. I'll leave it at that, bro. Like I said, I ain't be wasting any more of my own time, if not other people's. So we over here. You know what I mean? Did what we could, man. I'll get them numbers in. Do what we can, get them numbers in. You know what I mean? It's less about the numbers game now. Less about the numbers now. But we getting there slowly. We're getting close to getting there slowly, you know. There it is, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's starting to get dimmer outside, so hey, man. We walk past some fools, bro. What's going on with that shit? It's starting to get dimmer. You know, actually, funny enough, this is the 6 month cycle because it's October, right? Think about it, it's October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So this 6 month cycle, like this kind of feeling, or like it gets dim around this 7 o'clock time, 7, 8 o'clock time. When it starts getting dim like this and like all chilly and stuff, this is gonna be normal for a while, like good 6, 7 months. You know what I mean? Sometimes it spills over in May, but you know I like it when May gets warm. I like when it warms up in May, but it's not guaranteed sometimes, man. We'll see how long I can, stay locked in and thug it out as much as possible throughout the winter and the fall. Fall, we got to get through fall first, right? You know what I'm saying? We got to get through that to October, November, see what's going on with that, and then do some Christmas shit. Come Christmas time, I ain't want nobody fucking talking to me. I'm like, I'm out, bro. Don't fucking talk to me today. I don't care about that bullshit. I'm charging up. I'm out of here. Matter of fact, I might have to set that up. I don't want nobody reaching out. I don't need none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with that shit. Like I said, my mom dead. Ain't nobody else I want to celebrate that shit with. Fuck everybody. The more I think about it. Hey, man, we out. Fuck all.